That's a little better right there. All right. Hey. Good morning. Good morning. I can't see any names yet, but I see somebody in here. What they do, Roland? My man. What it do? What's up, y'all? Man, I came on here this morning. Man, I tell you, it's another blessed day. I came on this morning anyway, man, just to share a little something with you. So, I'm trying to wait till a few more people in here. D Green, what's going on, man? Top of the morning, I'm trying to tell you. Top of the morning with some good news, especially for, well, it's for everybody. Well, more for men. Hey, Sanaya, good morning, sis. Yeah, you already, yeah. I broke my cup, but I got Reese a cup here. She don't drink coffee anyway, so it is what it is. Yeah, man, all is well. So far, so good, man. I can't complain. How you doing, Barbara? Good morning. Hey, Cheryl. North Kakalaki. Yes, sir. Yeah, man, I just came on here. First of all, say good morning. Welcome to there goes my sister. You always come on my live. I appreciate that, Jocelyn. Yeah, I ain't forgot. You always come see me. That's what's up. And so about a week ago, right? About a week ago, I was at work. I got a video chat. It's called Rich Gang. That's the entire family, all of our children, everybody got it. And we video chat each other, and then I can't remember if my son Darian came in too. I just can't remember. I thought he did, but what's up, cuz? How you doing, Kia? And so I got the video call. I was at work, and it was my daughter Ashley. She started a video chat, so everybody popped in, and she said, "God, guys," she said, "Guess who I saw? Guess who I found?" I said, "Man, what?" She said, "Granddaddy." I said, "Granddaddy." My dad. Yes, my dad. I ain't seen my dad in years. In years, I was been wondering where he was, how he was doing. I ain't seen my dad in years. Yeah, and so come to find out, yes, Kia, it's Kia. They go, my boy. That's my son. It don't matter what goes on in life, man. Us men, we need our fathers. We definitely need our father. My son, yeah, hey man, Bobby Williams. That's what I'm saying. Good morning, good morning. Detroit Lions looking good. That dirty red play tonight. You know I'm ready. Um, and we was all on the phone. Hey son, that's it. Hey to everybody in the chat. That's my son. You know he made it to the Air Force. He right now, I guess he off this the weekend, so he off. So yeah, they saying hey to you, son. Yeah, that's my boy, Airman, not Airman Moore. Yes, sir. That's right. We got to present you as Airman Moore. That's right. Yeah, y'all this weekend. Let's get it. Okay, all right. But I listen. So I was telling them about that. Darian? Was you on the phone call, the video chat when my dad was there? Ashley found dad. Well, anyway, my dad is at a facility where my daughter Ashley works. How crazy is that? So he'll be living there the rest of his life. He'll be living there the rest of his life. Ashley found him. Someone told me, no, you wasn't. I thought you was. Okay, well, they video chatted me about a week ago, and he was on there, and she was so excited. I found granddaddy. I'm like, huh? I'm like, granddaddy who? Your dad. I said, what? One of my dad's legs was gone. Yep. But he looked good, his eyes. I haven't seen the whites of his eyes in decades. God don't clean him up and clean him out. His face was fed. As I'm talking about it, um, Teresa and I and the family, I'm taking the kids, and then we all going to see him today. I'm taking him some clothes and stuff. He needs some more clothes, so we ordered him some, and we're going to see him today. And he was real happy. He was happy to see us. Of course, he didn't even know. I'm telling you, my dad didn't even know about the 3 extra children that we got. What's up, Daryl? It's crazy. He didn't know. I hadn't seen my dad that long. He didn't know about uh, Jalen, Mia, or Corey. Yeah, he knew the first 3, of course. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Us men and girls too, we need our fathers in our life. I know it's crazy. Since you was like 20, 22, see what? That's a decade. That's 10. That's 10 years. Last time my son physically saw him, I saw him. So there you go. He knew about. I think he knew about it, but he never seen. He have never seen the other 3. That's right. If I'm not, I don't know where did you see him, son? I can't even remember. But it's crazy, man. It's how life. Man, I tell you, you grow up as a man, and you just like you push through. I said I would never leave my family. I was always take care of my family. But a lot of people don't see that. A lot of people see the motherly side of it, like what the things like my wife do and stuff like this here. Dad, we're the first ones to sort of speak. Life rides you off, write you off. You just see him, boom. After the dads, like sometimes, especially like when marriages, what I've seen, marriages they separate. The dad be forgotten about. Mom, everybody clings around mom. This mom, they came from her loins. I understand that, but yeah, son, I'm nervous. Used to be around. I'm nervous. That's my dad. That's my father. It's crazy because everybody can father a child, but being a dad, you got to put in the time, put in the work. And I always told Teresa and I always talked about it. I said I'll never leave my family. I always try to take care of my family, no matter what I have, no matter what it is, what I have. They speaking to you, son. Thanks, my son. Yes, sir. I'm talking about from. Hey, that's my boy. I took care of him from birth all the way up until now. If you can do that, but you know how life is. But anyway, each one of us need our parents, both of them, and a father plays a significant part of it. He the captain of the ship. My wife Teresa, that's the engine. I can't run without that engine. It's real. That's real. And her and I just I don't know, man. God's seeing us through a lot of stuff, a lot of times ups and downs, and but it's tough to navigate through a lot and still be at the head of what I'm saying, the head of the family, the head and not the tail, and you got to keep putting in the work and work, and it's just crazy. When you were 22, see that's a blessing. That's a blessing, Roland. That's my son, Deaf Soul. That's Darian. He's saying hello to everybody just coming in. And so, man, when we talked to him on the phone video chat, Ash was so excited. Dad, oh my God. So we was talking, and my dad said, well, hey, sir, I want y'all to bring me some clothes. I'm going to give Ashley some money. Ashley said, no, you're not. We'll get it. And and it's stuff like that. No matter how long we've been apart, that's still my pops. That's my dad. You know, you 38 now. See, that's what I'm saying, man. So it hit me in a place where, like, dog, I never because growing up, I was like, man, what I don't need him. I don't need him, man. I keep moving. I don't need him. Yes, you do. And here I am, 53 years old, and it feels wonderful that I'm going to see my dad. I'm going to see my dad today. I'm taking the whole family. So man, I tell you, it's the thoughts that's going through my head. And then I got my son on here, third generation. That's 3 generations, man. You know, that's a great feeling. And a lot of people can't, um, they don't have the opportunity to do that, to talk with their parents or their children. Sometimes they better just fell out. Man, get over it. Y'all just got, man, I'm telling you, you need it. I didn't know. Tequila, hey, my sister. How you doing? Good morning, Linda. That's Tequila, man. It's fam. What's up, James? Excuse me. But I'm telling you, man, I found my dad, my dog, and he's right there with Ashley 5 days a week. So Ashley get to go watch over him. You know, Ashley, she a EOC member, she executive, so she can just leave her office at any time and go check on my dad. God is good, ain't he? He finds a way. I'm just saying, God, just bring us through. I'm okay, Tequila. I'm all right. You know, I'm blessed. It's another day I woke up. I was telling them about the conversation that we had a week ago, that my daughter Ashley at her facility, my dad's there. Like my son Darian come in, we hadn't talked to, I know, at least 10 years. I haven't seen my dad. And I was telling, you have to always honor your parents. Those are one of his 10 commandments. Good morning, my beautiful queen. Good morning. Your mom done woke up, son. Darian on live and she said good morning. I do. And anyway, so to actually get that call and then to see his face on there, so it was just like, man. But we need our fathers, man. We just support our men. We have to, no matter what, man. Just, you know, honor thy mother and thy father. He's saying, hey, babe. Hey, dude. Airman Moore. BBQ, how you doing, sir? My man. I don't know if you heard anything, my man. My daughter found my father, and he's at the facility where she works. God is good, so she get to watch over him. Come say hello. So she get to watch over him. Good morning, y'all. Beautiful. She just woke up, and so she get to watch over him every day. Appreciate that, bro. I appreciate it. He needs it. We all do. You know. But man, I'm telling you, it's crazy. And going into this football season here, it's like it's right on time going into the holidays and stuff like that. And then prayerfully, my son Darian to be home October the 8th. Man, it just looked. And then if everything work out, Darian should be home all the way up until January. I guess until he has to be. Go Gators. Yes, sir. Let's go Gators. We're going to shock the nation, son. Watch. You know my boy. We're going to shock the nation. And to be able to let's go see him when Darian get here. Oh, man. So it's bringing it in full circle how God works. I mean, it's amazing and it's a blessing at the same time. And I tell you, we need our fathers. We need the men in our life, and we need our women. You know, like how the dad messed up during the marriage or something, or growing up, and he might have not did right, and then everything is on the mother. And regardless what going in the relationships or the marriages, and it didn't work out, don't beat the father down. Talking to the children. You don't talk bad about them. You just say, hey, it didn't work out. They don't need to know every detail or stuff like that. But we tend to do that in society, and especially if you're black, we get it worse 3 times. So if he a deadbeat dad, or he made some bad choices and bad decisions and mistakes in his life, he's gonna get crucified, so to speak. And I mean, you know, my dad's no saint. He did a lot of wrong in his life, but at the end of the day, I still honor him. I still approach him the same. That's my dad. That's my father. You know, it's just, man. I'm telling you, I'm be glad to see him and nervous at the same time. So I know he waiting on to see us, and so we just gonna all go see him. And hopefully, Darian, when we do get there, we're gonna try to video call you, and I hope that you were able to pick up, so he can at least see you and talk to you that way. So I meant to tell you that. So you stay by your phone, and since you off today, so whenever we get there now, if we call you, answer the phone, son. I know he gonna want to see you. Hey, good morning, Lynette. Or Lynette, what y'all got going on today? So I got my day pretty much, you know. Uh-oh. Y'all already in the comment section. Actually, I'll pick. Okay. 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 Yeah. You do that, son. He say he gonna pick up and he want that my dad to see him in his uniform. Oh yeah, he'll love that. You had a fryer fire today. Uh-oh. A fryer fire today. BBQ. I guess a grease fire with the yeah. You all right? Apparently you all right. You don't hear bad wiring. Oh, okay. Yeah. I have to get that fixed or get another one, man. How you doing, sissy? Good morning. Hey, good morning, Shatika. Hey, man. Thank y'all for coming in. I appreciate it. Manzi BK, what's up? Kill, is it Kill Holland? Good morning. I know. No, they're not up. Now you know they're not up. And your brother might have just went to bed 5, 6 this morning, up playing the game all night, son. Yeah.
Tell him it was so cute, but it wasn't cute. That joker was in there laughing so hard.
He was laughing so hard, like man, that dude. But you get, yeah, you laughing, but you gotta let him go, you know, cause he interacting with other people and they had the headset on and laughing and playing the game. He be having him a good time. EJ, okay. You say EJ said he'll try to come visit this fall. Yeah, he definitely growing up. He definitely growing up. Cousin Kia on here, Reese.
Cousin Kia. My short and sweet.
Yeah, he look just like his bit. Yeah. And yeah, he definitely. Hey, what's up, Rock Boy? What's going on, man? I'm doing good today, man. You just coming in. Say what? I know that's right. Definitely peace and blessing. I'm doing good this morning, man. My daughter found my dad after a long years, at least a decade.
I didn't realize he didn't know about Jalen and Mary Court.
He didn't know. He don't know. Remember, we was on the phone.
Yeah, but I just
it don't register.
Like, you don't
see, that's what I was telling them. He don't really even know about Jalen, Mia, and Corey. He don't. And
I think we told him the last time we saw him at the bus stop about Corey, but he didn't get a chance to see him because he wasn't there with us.
Thank you, Jocelyn. She said good morning, Reese.
Hey, Jocelyn.
He was playing Call of Duty. Yeah, that's definitely what he was playing. How you know, Manzi? Yep. Oh wow, that's what's up. Yeah, Rock Boy, I'm going, man. My dad, man. I'm going to see my dad today, man. I ain't seen him. It's crazy. And my daughter actually said one of his legs is gone, and he at the nursing home facility, and it happens to be the one that actually just went to. It's crazy. God be moving in ways you have no idea. Your mind can't even comprehend. Good morning, Shy Girl K. Benita, how you doing?
Remind you what that song, Benita Applebum.
Oh man, that's what I'm talking about. Shy Girl K, yeah, man. Brendan Ayuk. I don't know. I'm about to go crazy about that. Look, man, you still under contract. It's 5th year. Come on back to San Francisco. Let's go win this thing. I I don't know what he knows if they got the money. If they get, I don't know if he knows that San Francisco got the money under the salary cap. I don't know. Him and Trent Williams holding out. They're like, man, y'all better get it together and go get this ring, and then y'all can take care of that in the off season. We got to have it. So now you say good morning.
Good morning,
That's your favorite game, okay? Oh man, but I just wanted to come on and share that with y'all this morning, man. You know, huh?
My voice. I don't know where my voice at this morning.
It's all right.
Good morning, everybody. I'm leaning to the left.
It's all
You
good.
think I had a long night? I'm
all
sounding
good.
kind of Barry Whitish this morning.
All right, my
I
Barry
wish I
White.
could sing like Barry.
Let's get it. As well.
How's everybody?
You want to sit down?
Peekaboo.
Okay.
You got it.
All right. I'm say good morning. You wants to
Good
break
morning,
the
Cheryl.
I know, son, but that's eating me up. He got to play. We talking about a 49er receiver. He holding out because he want a new contract. But they play tonight. It's preseason.
He being
but
cyber.
but he deserved the money at the same time. So I don't know what they're doing.
Hey, BBQ, how you doing, bud?
She requires seafood. Shy Girl K.
Good morning, Shy Girl. How are you?
Barbara.
Good morning.
She
Barbara.
said good morning. You okay?
How are you?
Yeah, but I was telling them about my dad this morning and what we about to do, and it's just.
They say wish I had.
It's crazy.
Uber Eats.
Yeah, it'll work out. They definitely
morning,
smart.
Sissy.
They definitely smart, Darian. They know what they're doing. They gonna probably wait till the last hour. Yeah.
Good morning, Gail.
Tampa, Florida. Let's get it, Gail. That's all good. And but I just came on, to share that with y'all, man. I'm serious because I'm feeling it's. I'm like I said, I'm happy about it, and then feeling a little nervous. But I'm glad that he'll see the other 3 children that he have never seen. If I'm not mistaken, Teresa. Yeah, I don't think he have.
He did, but might have been,
I don't think so.
Because you could tell by his reaction.
Yeah.
Like, oh, wait a minute.
The G-Men, everybody look good right now, but you won't know until they, get into the actual season. See how they play when the game matters. So we'll see. But everybody looks strong and pretty good, tough. Look at the Ravens and Pittsburgh. We'll see. And then because week 3, week 4, you start separating the men from the boys. No, he hasn't. They say he hadn't. He never seen. No, he did. That's what he said. And we because Jalen, our daughter Jalen will be 20 years old in October. And then in 2 months Jalen will be 20.
It don't seem like it's been that long.
Time flies, baby. What you doing?
Being 18.
Yep. Mia 18.
Corey 14. Like.
Oh yeah, I might take them up there. Vote this morning too.
Still we see. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's when we see him since.
Yeah. Alfreda, how you doing?
I think you and I saw him somewhere, but
we did. I can't remember. It's been a long, long time. And how God works. He's in the facility with Ashley.
Right.
It's
I know when
blow
you
your
saw
mind.
your cousin a couple of months ago.
She
told you he was somewhere, but she didn't know where.
She didn't. She said she was gonna get back to me. I didn't know where he was. He was gonna get back to me with the information and where he was.
Yeah.
That's it. And so they never called. Or never got in touch with me, and I didn't. And then us, we going doing our thing, lost track of my mind, and boom, all of a sudden. Oh yeah, they about to popped over. What's up, me? How you doing, me? Did the storm? Oh yeah. I don't know where the storm at now, but yeah, it's been like a week now. How about the Bears? I don't know. I really didn't see the Bears, but Until that first Hall of Fame game, I did say they was hitting pretty hard. It was tackling hard. Other than that, I don't know. Wow, sorry to hear that, Alfreda. You lost your friend to a car accident. What's up, Marlo?
Oh
How you
wow,
doing?
my condolences.
I know, man. As soon as she lost her friend to a car accident, I'm so sorry to hear that, sis. Man. I tell you, life's short, and that's why I'm coming with this story here. My dad don't even know. Oh man, hold on. Something I got an inbox. Hold on, y'all. Um, yes, sir. And you know what? I had one a few years ago, fam, but I do need one.
What?
I definitely need. I definitely. You know what? Yeah. Okay. There's no doubt. Appreciate that too. Let me see. He said, "Oh, really? And where were we, son? I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, man. Good morning, Tammy.
Morning, Tammy.
Go in the rich gang and tell your daughters they hold the conversation that I'm on here. Ashley, they are up. Darian, hold on. They are up. Tell them get on live. Darian was talking to them.
Ask him, can he video chat?
You know what? Go ahead and try to. I don't know see who he talk to. She talking to. Let's see. Right, right. That's right. Yep. I remember that, Darian. I remember that. Yep. I know that's right. Oh, freedom, man! I tell you, just
That's
like that,
that's
stuff
just
can
Ash.
happen.
She
Huh?
just responded to
Oh,
something Bill had
okay,
posted.
okay. Now they sleep.
Yeah, them little two back there. Yeah.
Oh, you quite welcome. I mean, everybody need prayers, especially at times like that. It's 6-3. Oh, okay, that's right. You're out behind. So that's what I'm doing today, man. We're gonna go ahead and see him and take him some clothes and stuff, and just you know,
As they
enjoy the
say,
moment.
as
You
the
know,
as the older people used to say, sit a spell.
and sit a spell.
Sit a spell.
No doubt. No doubt. But I was telling them earlier, man, it's good. It's best to have both parents on board with any and all things because I tell you, growing up when you're young, you don't care. Whatever happened, you sugar up all your butt. But as the older you get, you need both parents. Do you want to talk to them if they're around? God willing, they still on this earth, and you know where they at, and you can reach them, and they can reach you. Keep in touch with your family, man, especially your mother and the father. Like I was telling the father, if like sometimes the marriage or the relationship don't work out, and he's gone, and then mom, like I was saying, y'all, of course the kid's gonna be more attached to the mother. The kids come from her loins, so and he sometimes he gets left behind. So if you stay active in your children's life, then that shouldn't happen. And that's what I tried to speak it first. No, I don't want nobody that's raising my kids. I want to be the one, no matter what go on. I want to because I seen, my whole life growing up, families break apart, marriages break apart. That's all you see. Everybody was welcoming it now. Not everybody. A lot of most they be like, yeah, you can do. You can. Each one of us got to go to the Father on our own anyway. He like you when if you come to Him on your own in single form. But if some of the stuff that we like to do, He'd rather you be married and You can be and become one, and you still each individual has to come to him, and he has to build him an altar, no doubt. But when your marriages break apart, I'm telling you, if you stay in your kid's life, then the children still have access to both parents, especially if you're there and you want to be there. So a lot of circumstances um, cause both parents not to be there. Maybe because one don't want the other one there, one don't want to be there, or one of the parents damage each other, but going to the kids and dropping bad things about it, which could be true, but it hurts the other parent and it hurts the kids at the same time. So when they grow up, it's like, dog, man, you know you had opportunities to be here, and stuff like that, but right now I don't even care about none of that because I get to go see my dad, and it's good to see him, and he's still in his right mind. I was telling him and Teresa, I was telling Teresa then, I hadn't seen the whites of his eyes in decades. And decades. And you see his face and see the look on his face. It's like it's been renewed. Of course, he's older, and like I say, when one of his legs are gone, I don't even know what happened with that. I can't even believe it. But one of his legs is gone, and I tell you, it's gonna be something to see. I am nervous about it, but at the same time, I'm feeling blessed about it. Yep. And then get to share my family with him. Man, I'll tell you, because he know the first three. He know the first three children. But this a blessing for him also, and them. He get to see the second three. Like I said, Jalen will be 20 in October. Mia 18 already. Corey 14. So I tell you. Yeah, Darren said, "What you fumbling with back there, looking like Jalen?" Okay, that's definitely a blessing, Tammy. I found we hadn't. I know I hadn't said nothing up until now, but that was like a week and a half ago that they video called me, and my daughter actually found him. It was crazy. Right, Mila. Oh wow.
Hey, Mila.
I'm gonna share this moment. Yeah, definitely. She said she only seen her dad a few times in life, and that's how I used to see him. Now, back I'm gonna say in the early 2000, 99, his wife then she died. His wife, man, you talking about Vicky, how she used to take care of him and help clean him up, man. He loved Vicky.
She was the sweetest.
She was the sweetest, God-fearing woman. Oh my man, y'all, you have no idea. She brought him back around me and us, and he started having a good time. But as time go on, a couple of years ago, she died. She had, she got sick and she died. And then my daddy lost himself again. So, I know he missed her. I know he still miss. She loved my dad.
She used to tickle me.
Yeah.
I was talking to your dad one day about something about you.
That's
on the
right,
phone,
Darry.
and she was like, "Oh, excuse me, but that's my son too.
That's right.
That's my son. I don't care what nobody said. That's my son.
She
Give me that phone. Let me talk to her. That's my son. I said, that's what I'm talking about."
Yeah, Vicky. Yeah, she loved me from the jump.
And the kids too.
My daddy, she say, "Dad, you love." She say, "He looks just like you." She's talking about me, and she just took me into Teresa just like that. Her and Teresa meshed immediately. I'm saying, beautiful souls, boom, they joined in. It's just like, man, I'm like, man. So they started coming around every weekend when they was at every weekend. Oh, got you in tears, Jamila. I hope there's tears of joy. I know, and I know you make you think, but I know, man. Yep, you were 8 years old. Look at that. That's right, son.
Darren, you
Not a
got
fan.
that member like your daddy.
Bang bang, that dirty red.
You got a member like an elephant dog.
Both of my parents are gone, but I love and respect them both. They are the reason I am here. That's what I'm saying. The honest one. You just look at that. He got that dirty red symbol.
All right.
That's right. I will be back home to watch my 49ers tonight. Yeah. Talk to me.
Well,
Yeah.
both of my parents are gone.
Yeah.
But my birth parents are gone.
Yeah.
But I knew them, but not really, you know. So it's good to see G with our kids, because I didn't have that interaction from my father, even though I knew him and was around him a lot more than Galen was with his dad.
Right. Right.
My birth mother is a different story, but we got Nana. Nana is my dad's sister.
Yeah.
And her and my grandmother raised me. My grandmother adopted me, but we all stayed in the same house.
I know. Talk about your.
So when y'all hear, what he say? I never met Yvonne. Yes, you did, but you don't remember. Yes, you did meet her.
He did?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. When we stayed in the village.
You're welcome, Jamila.
She brought Rhonda, her and Jesse, brought Rhonda over to my house. Rhonda was a teenager then. I can't remember. I think she had Tyra at the time. And they all came by there they didn't stay but maybe 15, 20 minutes.
Was she saw him as a baby?
Yeah, he wasn't a baby in the village.
Robert, man. I'm sorry to hear that, Robert, man.
I don't think I had Janae then.
Man.
But he was little. He don't remember, but...
I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off. He was just saying he lost his dad in 2020.
Oh.
And he missed him so much.
I don't even remember what year my daddy passed away. When was that?
I know. I know we was here.
My gosh.
I know it's been a month. It was way before COVID came. It was. I can't remember
what year that was.
Good morning, Ralph. What's up, man?
Good morning.
So yeah, that was 2019. Oh, Darian, know this dude. That's 2019. Yep, that sound about right. Yep, it was the year before. Shame. Time go by so fast. I don't remember
dates like that.
Time go by fast.
I have to ask G a lot, y'all. I'm like, G, what year that was? That joker come right off the dome with it. I'm like, wow. I remember because I got off work earlier when Pops called me. Okay.
That's very correct, Miss Lady. You learn to accept, but the hurt is always there. True. I'm very close with my parents. I was always looked at as the mama's boy, and the dad said, "That's what I'm saying." Okay.
That's
son. That's what I'm talking about.
That's our son in the comments, Deaf Soul.
Yep.
And
Good morning, Christine.
Dude. I would call him Dude, and they be like, "That joker ain't no baby. He my baby."
Yeah.
And he dirty 30, but that's my baby.
That Deaf Soul, that is our son, and right now he's in the Air Force. That's Airman Moore.
Hey, dude.
He's in the Air Force right now. He off this Saturday, but he came in, and
hey, dude.
That's what I'm saying. We're talking about generations here. And
I call him and Corey the same thing, dude. Hey, dude, because they look just alike. That's just my baby all over again.
Yeah, I hope they don't.
Oh, my Giants. Ooh, let me get my glasses.
You all right?
I know you 32. You the dirty 30. You busted wide open.
Yeah. You busted wide open. Look, man.
You and Ashley both. Ooh, Nay in there now, right, G? Yeah, she 30 now.
Janae is 30. I'm telling you.
She's part of the dirty 30 club.
I hope not me. Now, I hope we don't need to trade him. We need to just keep riding this way. We need one more year. We're going to get the job done. But you know, even if, like I say, our whole life been watching families fall apart, the dad gets separated, mother gets separated, and it's a very small percentage of the parents, both parents, staying in their children's life. See, that's the tough part. When the marriage break up, but if you put in enough work as a parent at that moment, if you can. Now, circumstances might take you in another direction. I get it. And watching you with your family is inspiration. All black men. Hey man, I appreciate that so much. You have like no idea. And I was telling them that some men don't. Once that happens, the kids, mostly migrate to the mom, and then the dad, he get left out in the pasture, and we have to keep our men up, and even if the parents separate, that that both parents talk. You don't have to talk bad about the other parent. It just didn't work out. We had certain things. I know y'all saw some stuff, but that's still y'all mother. That's still y'all dad, and you have to speak life into them, you know, that way. So it ain't all about like I told y'all. I'm the captain of this ship, but that's the engine, Teresa. That's the engine. I'm telling you. I think I can. I think I can. Engine going to you got the engine. How the captain going to drive the ship? Yep. So that's how we roll, man. And prayerfully, we can ride this wave our journey, take our journey until another to fight odds. Even with I'm just a 9 to 5 guy, and you thank you. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm just a 9 to 5 guy, and Teresa and I know a lot of people look at our life and say, "Oh, they still." If it's inspirational, thank God, because it's hard to be a 9 to 5 guy and hold on to marriages nowadays. It's very hard because all what's going on. Everybody about getting the bag. Oh, I want the bag too, but I want the bag. But I like to build the foundation first, and then if you got the bag, that just add, what I'm saying, more. I'm gonna say luxuries in your life, but it don't pay for love. It don't pay for respect. You understand what I'm saying? So if you can do it here at the ground, thank you, sister. You can do it here at the ground, man. It's just like, hey. So if I'm with Teresa and I inspiration, I'm glad that God using us that way to, I guess, to show somebody that even in the what's up, Jay Legacy, even in situations like ours, that you still can make it. You got to keep. But if we don't keep God in your marriage, it won't work. It just won't work. I don't care who he is, it won't work.
And the thing about it is, it's a constant work that you got to do.
It's constant.
And I'm gonna say, when I tell you the word is powerful, G and I were studying
Last night, yeah.
Yeah.
It was in
Philippians chapter 2.
That's right. About humility.
About humility and unity. We was in there for what, about an hour and a half?
Oh yeah.
Philippians chapter 2 about unity and humility and just different things that at a certain point in your life when you read it, you can hear differently. And one of the things it was focusing on is being humble, unity, how to bring folks together, and it about selfishness. You can't have unity if you're letting selfishness operate. If you're letting it come to the forefront, and how you're supposed to put others before yourself.
Yeah.
Do we really know what that looked like? And it explained it. It's not about, and it's selfish ambition, the selfishness of getting things your way, how you manipulate it to get it, and you say you're putting other people before you, but it's just like,
if you're doing it that way,
right?
That's what God say. Then you received your reward.
Right,
you received it.
You
already
reward.
got it. That's what you want. You want the accolades about doing something for somebody.
Yeah.
It ain't from the heart.
So we getting a chance to reevaluate a lot of things, because we started out teenagers that don't know Dookie, okay?
But at the same time, we started out as friends,
right?
The right way.
Yeah. But as you get older, things change in life.
Oh yeah.
And being able to see how,
Oh, we love you too, son. That's my
oh,
boy.
you'll make me cry.
I don't know if
I
my
don't know if
parents
my
do,
parents
but
told
I
y'all.
love my babies. Okay.
He love his babies.
Babies.
Y'all know who his
Babies
babies are?
is.
Jalen,
Yeah,
Mia,
and
and
Corey.
Corey. Now, have you included the mine in that and the whoops? The mine and the whoops. But he call them his babies. They our
Mm-hmm.
babies.
Mm-hmm.
You my baby, so how they gonna be your babies? I know
Oh,
it's hard for him because
Frederica Cooley, how you doing? I'm sorry.
what she say?
No, she just said good
Good
morning.
morning,
That's the name I didn't
Sugarfoot.
even see. There we go. You can finish, baby.
What you all here have is gold. Yeah,
Oh,
but um, it's hard for me not having my family in one place because I didn't have that family like that because I lived with somebody else. I didn't live with my mother and my father.
okay.
But they were my grandmother, grandfather, my nana, and my aunt were my family. But it's different when you have your own.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I know, baby.
It's different.
Yeah, it's
And
different.
so, um,
God gave you what you didn't have. He
yeah,
gave it all. He gave it to you with me, and we try to even through the ups and downs through our life, we still here.
yeah.
Yep.
And you know how some people say when they're young, they have an idea of what they want to be when they grow up. I wanted to be somebody's mama. I wanted to have 2 children. And all
Excuse
I
me.
did was play with my dolls and my kitchen set. Had my sewing machine,
What's
all of
up,
that kind of
Glenn? How
stuff.
you doing,
The
Glenn?
basic homemaker.
Yeah.
Then as a teenager, I started thinking about how I wanted to help people. So I wanted to be a pediatrician because I love children. But I'm a crybaby. That didn't work. I'm a crybaby. So there's different ways to be a help to people in this world.
Darren explained what you were
No,
saying.
I was talking
Jake
to
Legacy, you
me.
on here?
She said that
If you
she
is,
just
say
had a
something.
newborn. And I said, oh, he love babies. Oh,
Yes.
he do.
Yep.
He do. Darian love babies. He love children, period. Yes, he do. Listen, I owe my son a great thanks. Son, listen. Before we moved in this house, after Corey was, excuse
Yes,
me,
it's okay.
excuse me, was born,
Oh, yes.
you
I know
helped
what
me
you're about
out
to
so
say.
much.
Yep. Yes, he did.
When Corey couldn't sleep at night, I used to be up with Corey.
Mm-hmm.
Darian in the morning when he got up, this was after he graduated.
That's right.
He would come and get Corey and keep him all
Mm-hmm.
day until I wake up. He would give me a chance to sleep.
Right. And see, I was going to work.
Yeah.
I had to be to work early, and that he sure did.
He did.
Yep.
And he spent so much time with Corey, y'all. And even
Yes,
as
he
Corey
did.
grew up, they were in the same room together. So you can imagine how hard it was for Corey because
Yeah.
a child with autism,
Yeah.
they have a routine. And when their routine is broken, it's like they cannot figure their life out.
Oh man, you just blessed me with that, Robert. Oh man, that's
My
what's up.
daughter,
I'm glad she's enjoying it.
Zendaya, is special
Especially.
needs and she loves watching it.
Wow.
Oh, that is so
Man, you just have no
sweet.
idea, man. You just made my day.
Well,
That's
we have a son he's on the spectrum.
That's right.
That's Corey, the 14-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember working in childcare, and I had some special needs children that was at the school that I got a chance to interact with.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize God was preparing me to deal with my own special needs children in some type of way.
Boy,
He was preparing me
I'm talking about God.
because I had a chance to deal with
That's
children
right.
that had autism,
Yeah.
children that had motor skill
Yeah.
issues and cognitive issues and things like that.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to go to school for that training. I got hands-on training. You got so much stuff you can read in a book, but hands-on training is totally different. And I got that. And my daughter Jalen was born premature.
Yeah.
So there's the cognitive, there's the OT, there's the speech, there's
we got a
that fine
testimony.
motor. All of that stuff that I learned to deal with these children by being hands-on, I had to implement with my own baby,
Then don't go nowhere, Darren. Look what Darren said. That's true. And let me tell you something about what else my son did
A small child.
that a lot of y'all may know. Good morning, each kid. What's going on with you? When Darian, when Corey had cancer, and we had to work, so I could be there with Teresa and Corey when everything was fresh. We was at the hospital. We lived at the hospital.
Yes.
They gave us a room and everything. But God, we lived at the hospital 7 straight days. I couldn't work. My mind was wrapped around what my son was going through. Darian, my job, God, you did that. My son Darian went to work for the whole family. He worked from 7 to 7.
Yeah.
To make enough money every day. And then after he get off work, he came to the hospital. My boy.
Yeah.
So that's why we so.
And he did it without question.
He did it without question.
Let's put this out there. They worked at the same place.
That's right.
Okay. So the shift that G usually worked in the morning, Darian worked daddy's shift. Then he stayed and worked his shift.
That's right.
So from 7 in the morning to 7 at night, and you know that was nobody but God, because look at how God prepared that. On Gayla's job, they did not allow family members to work together.
I'm trying to tell you.
But at some point, God said yes, and he got Janae on there, and he got Darian.
Wow, man, she is deaf and nonverbal, and she was born premature. But that's I can't see because the heart in the way, turn it sideways and read the red. And she like watching my videos. Man, I tell you, man.
Oh, she's in the 4th grade. How sweet.
I see, yeah, man.
But she's my baby. Oh, Robert, that is wonderful.
Yeah, man. You would miss him because y'all was for a long time. He spent a lot of time with you, and that's why it hit him so hard when you went to the military.
Yeah.
So.
And he didn't know how to express it, but he just know he felt. He's learning how to express himself and know what his feelings are. And so, Corey's very sensitive. He's like me, very, very sensitive.
Yeah.
He don't like to see people hurt.
Oh no.
He don't like to know that you're sick.
He don't like to hear no arguing.
No.
He don't like to see nobody fighting.
No.
He want none of that.
No.
Because just think about it. It's nothing. It's not of God. None of it.
Yeah.
Yep. Confusion, anger.
And even when he was going through, Darian was there with him.
Yeah.
I still have that picture, Darian, when we took him for his scans, and Darian was with us that day. And he looked up and he saw his CAT scan machine. He said, "It's my machine, Ma. It's my machine." And he laid down on the floor like he was on the machine, and Darian laid down with him. Mm-hmm. I look at that picture all the time. My 2 boys laying there on the floor in the middle of the hospital.
Yeah.
They just laying there looking at it. He laid there with him as long as Corey wanted to lay there.
Yes,
and then we said, "Okay, let's go." Yep. They got up and we left.
You know? I tell you, man.
That's a bond right there.
That's right.
That I will never have. That's a bond I will never have. That's
I know. So that's why we were friends, and you know what I'm saying, at first. And
I guess that's why I cling to people so much.
There it is.
Because I have siblings, but I don't have that bond with them. So I cling to people, and I cling to my babies. I cling to my husband.
Yeah.
And I don't want to suffocate G. And I know
tight. Oh man, we don't suffocate you. I feel they be suffocating you. We just, man, we still friends. Even in being loving each other and being in love, all that good stuff, we still friends. You know, if you got the friendship part in there, that's good, because if you're going through life, ups and downs, you lose the friend part of it. And because this one time we wasn't friends. You know what I'm saying? You fuss and fight, you're not friends all the time. But if you started out like that, you can always get back to it. So
y'all, I was trying to kill a fly. I got his funky butt too.
Good. I don't know how you get in here, but you must have got
from
in
yesterday him. When I opened that door.
Yeah, you definitely got that from your mom.
What's that?
Yeah. Because it's just like, not definitely clinging to people. You know how important life is. Lives are. You do. Life is a precious thing. So, I mean, hey, man, if you see like from her point of view and then my point of view, Yeah.
My 8-year-old son is on the spectrum, and my 19-year-old daughter had cancer at 2 years old, and now she is. Listen, Corey
Bro.
was 3 when he was
Bro,
diagnosed with
see,
Daryl.
see, see.
See, you don't know why God put you in
Put you in
people's
people's
life.
lives.
You
My
don't.
man.
You don't. Your testimony. So do not be afraid to tell people about what's going on
That
in
is
your family
correct.
with your children.
That's correct.
Okay?
It was something about you, bro. It made me jump out there in that water. And when he first came on, yeah, I think God used me and I took a liking to Daryl. I just jumped on there and then I just started. He was like, "Hey man, thank you for." It wasn't me. It was God using me. You understand
Well,
what
it
I'm
was you,
saying?
because, baby, you could have ignored
I could
God's
have. I
pulling
could
on
have.
you.
I was about to say I was obedient, but bro, I'm glad now you look at you. You're gelling. You're doing it. God bless in every situation that you're in, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, man. Little stuff like that, man. The testimonies like that, man. You just don't know how it affects people and how it could reach somebody in that place. There go my little sister. What it do, Shay?
Shay Breezy.
Shay, what it do? Shayla. I was telling, I was telling these people on him about. I seen,
Rich game, that's what we call
yeah. No, I'm telling Shay about. I hadn't seen my dad and I know I'm decades. I ain't seen my dad, but we about to go see my dad today for the first time. He at, and guess where he at, Shay? He at the facility where Ashley works. Ashley found him. This was about a week and a half ago. She video chatted us in Rich Gang. And everybody picked up except Darian because you know where he at. And we were all on there, kids and all. And there's my dad. I hadn't seen the whites of his eyes in decades. He looked good. He cleaned up. One of his legs is gone, and we getting ready. He needs some clothes, so we getting ready to go see him today. And I just came on here to share that with everybody. It's just like, man, the men in your life, if you got one around in your life.
I know Shay Dad is gone.
Yes, I know, and yeah. Shay is crazy. I talk come on here all the time. I hadn't seen him in a long time. And I didn't know how long that was. I didn't know how it was that long. Darren said he was a kid. And Darren 32. I know that's what I'm talking about crazy because the Daryl man, I did not know that. See, and you came on there, so I'm glad you were comfortable
and
enough.
All this time y'all been on here and
hey man, it wasn't the right time for him.
See? Yeah.
Yeah. So he did what he did. Bless you, bro. For real. I called him the bow tie killer. My boy be kid because he be clean. He clean. My boy clean. Yeah, Shay. It's crazy. I didn't say nothing. I don't know if Teresa told you, life is too short. But there you go. That's right. Wow. Yeah, you read it. Wow, bro. Dang, Robert. Man, I tell you. But definitely a blessing, man. I mean, even if it ain't your biological father or mother, it's somebody who was like a father or mother to you. You know, because every circumstance could be, some similarities, but something different. And anybody you could be a dad to somebody. You might not be a father who fathered the child, but you could be a dad too. And if you had that opportunity to keep it, don't beat the man down because a lot of us, I'm going to say a lot of people, especially men, we make some bad choices and it causes, separations.
Yeah.
In marriage and in life with children and everything, and everybody get affected. But still, man, you better honor your mother and your father. That's one of his commandments. You better, even though if they ain't do right, you got to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? Oh, appreciate that, man. Vision, mile, I can't see it. Mile one vision. Oh, man, I appreciate that from. I really do, fam. I really do.
Listen, you guys. I try to encourage people. We now know Daryl can identify with us with children that have cancer.
My boy.
If y'all can donate,
I'm so proud of you, son. Darian, I am. You just have no idea.
find a local area,
That's
a
right,
local
Shayla.
company in your area to bless, um, because that's a road that you just cannot
Boy,
imagine.
look at here.
You don't know what expense you're going to have. You don't know how long it's going to take. You don't know whether it's going to work. You don't know, because a lot of insurance, they put a cap on everything. But I'm going to tell y'all, if it had not been for God and God alone, I had no idea what we had to do, because I had never dealt with somebody that had cancer.
Right. Man,
And I didn't know what to expect.
it was crazy.
Our first doctor visit, when we went back after I took him to the emergency room, and they got the results back because they did a biopsy.
Yeah.
The night I took him to the emergency room, they admitted him. The next morning, they did a biopsy.
That
He
night
had
she called
kidney
me.
cancer.
Yes, Lord.
And it's called Wilms tumor.
Oh, man. You welcome, son.
From that moment,
It's our pleasure.
when they
My
said,
boy.
yes, it is actually cancer.
Boy, Teresa called me. I said, huh?
See,
I stayed home. Go ahead.
Galen was at home when I took Corey to the emergency room.
Thank you so much, Robert, man.
And when I found out about the mass,
I really do.
they took us upstairs. So when Galen got to the hospital, he came in a different way than I did. And he was like, why are we in the cancer unit? I said, we're not in the cancer unit. He said, yes, we are. He said, that sign say cancer unit.
I said, what's your man? What? Yeah.
It had not dawned on me.
I just don't know.
I did ask the nurse, I said, can it be cancer? She said it can be, but we don't know. So my mind didn't go there. Okay. But that next morning, they put him to sleep, and they took him to surgery. When they brought him back to us, not only had they cut open his side to do the biopsy, but they had then put a port in his chest. They already knew what time it was.
They knew what time it was.
They knew what time it was. So they went ahead and put it in.
I said, baby, put a what? I said,
he had this little thing that they put up under his skin that's into his major artery or blood vessel, whatever it was.
Man.
That they administer medication. And it's up under the skin, and it was on from there.
Yeah.
Now, for us, Corey did 13 weeks of chemotherapy.
Oh, that's a great question. Smoky Joe's Pit Barbecue, what it do, family? Okay, let me ask you. I'm gonna get back to you, Smokey.
What signs did Corey show that made you guys take him to the ER?
He came. He was walking around. I'm laughing because Darian, his brother, know how he used to walk, and Darian imitated. It'll make us laugh how he used to walk. But he walked when his stomach poked out, and he was walking funny. He went to Teresa. I said, "No, what happened?" I said, "You don't develop this, but you know, he ain't thinking nothing." So he went to Teresa and said, "Mommy, my stomach hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, she knew right there. He never complained.
No,
go ahead.
Corey never complained. He was in the high chair. Yep. For those of you that have been on my channel since day one, y'all know Corey loved his greens. He was in the high chair. We were sitting here to the table eating dinner. And he got down. He was done.
That dirty red.
He went and laid down on the floor in the hallway,
right,
with his butt in the air.
Yeah.
Then he got back up, and he came. I was sitting here. He laid his head in my lap, and he said, "My stomach."
Yep.
Now he had problems with constipation before, so I thought that's what it was.
Yeah.
He went. I said, "Galen, his stomach hurt." He went and laid back down in the hallway. And Galen said, "Well, I'm gonna go get in the bed with him and see, and lay down, see if he feel better." He went and got in the bed with him. Corey came back,
it's fun
and laid his head in my lap again. I said, "Okay, I'm gonna take him because he don't. Corey could run into the wall full speed, but he would never complain, you know." And at that point, for him to say his stomach hurt, that was something for me to pay attention to.
We reminiscing from 3 years ago, Joe. He's good. Thank you,
I took him to the emergency room, and the doctor, they did I told him what I thought the problem was. And she said, "Well, Mom, his stomach is completely soft. I don't see what you see." Now, let me go back.
Right, Darian.
That Friday before that, this was on a Sunday. That Friday,
that's right,
I had changed his diaper in the middle of the night. And I noticed there was a knot on his side. I'm thinking he constipated, so I gave him his medicine. And I left it alone. because I had dealt with children before that had been constipated, and it felt like that.
Yep.
So here it is Sunday when he said that, and I took him. I told the doctor what it was. She didn't feel the constipation. I said, well, that's not the area I'm talking about. And I showed her, it's over here. She touched it, and she hollered at me like I was a child. What took you so long to bring him here? Ashley and Janae was sitting over there. I instantly looked at them, and I was like, I say, well.
No, I wasn't there.
Now, I had taken him there a few weeks before that to the emergency room. I say, well, I brought him to the emergency room about this same thing, and y'all told me to give him some medicine. And I did that. She realized what she had said and how she reacted. She said, Mom, are you okay? I said, no, I'm not. What are you talking about? Well, we're going to run some more tests, and we're going to figure this thing out. Now she's trying to clean herself up. She left out, came back with another doctor. He said, Mom, it's going to be okay. He went to feeling on Corey's stomach. He said, we're going to get some more pictures so we can find out what's going on.
Yeah.
Took us to a CAT scan. It took forever for us to get Corey to take the medicine, y'all. Took us to the CAT scan area, and his IV wouldn't work when they kept trying to give him the contrast fluid. So the nurse that saw him, that put his IV in, came to the x-ray room, and she stayed there with him the whole time. Gave him a bottle. He went to sleep. Took the pictures. Didn't take but a few minutes. We got back. They moved me to a different room, but they left Janae and Ashley sleep in the other room. That's how long it took us to get him to sleep. So when we got in there, I'm in there. I went around there and woke him up and told him to come where I was. Make a long story short, they came back and they showed me on the screen, this is his CAT scan. And they showed me the area. They said he has a mass that is on his kidney. Now, I'm thinking cyst, mass cyst. And she said, we're not quite sure what it is. But, and she showed me this is what's left of his kidney. And I said, I don't know what made me say, can it be cancerous? She said it can be, but we don't know. I didn't get scared at that moment.
I think you called me then. That's when I get up.
My husband's cousin was standing there with me because she worked in the ER.
Yeah.
So she heard the doctor telling me this stuff.
Yeah, who called me?
I looked up because I was looking at the screen. When I looked back to look at her, she was gone. She had left to go call Galen.
Yep.
She called her cousin because she didn't know Galen's phone number. So she called another cousin, told her, wake your behind up. This girl out here and this baby got cancer. Galen calls my cell phone. By the time I called him, he's distraught. I was like, well, what are you talking about? So I had to explain to him what was going on. So his cousin, since I had the car, went and picked him up, brought him to the hospital. And they kept him. My brother-in-law, my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, and nephew, right? Then they all come out there.
Yep.
They all came out and stayed with us. It was crazy. So hard. Man, Galen broke down so bad. But we stayed just that a few days. We went home, and then we had to take him back the next Thursday. And they did confirm that he had cancer. They started treatment right then.
Yep.
And see, we didn't really know what treatment was going to look like.
There.
Look at God. My daughter's mask was
on her lung.
Oh, wow. Lord, thank you. Corey's was on his left kidney.
Yep.
Do y'all know? Y'all picture the size of a cantaloupe. That's how big it was inside of a 3-year-old's body.
They had to call this black doctor from Africa.
Yeah.
He had to come from over the black. It had like 12 doctors in his surgery room. Yeah, Smokey Joe. Yeah, bro. Shit, that thing had got this big.
Yeah.
You should have seen it when it came out, bro.
It was. I got it on. I got a picture
scared.
Of it.
It's very scary.
Some of y'all might not like stuff like that.
Right. They had to fly. So they scheduled to take it out when it got to the point where they was going to get ready to take it out. Went through all the chemo and all that. Get ready to take it out. They held up. Scheduled me and Teresa got nervous. They made us wait 2 more days. 2 more days. What you talking about? What's going on? Oh, we want to make sure we had to, like it grew or something. They were scared to go in. They called this brother from Africa. He came. God sent him and got it out of him.
Yeah.
It was this big. They had to take 2 hands and take it out of him.
Yeah.
I tell you.
And see,
And
at this point, he had gone through chemo.
And took that kidney too with him.
Chemo it's supposed to shrink it. It was so big, it was from
here. She said
here.
She want to see it in Messenger.
All the way over here.
Yeah.
And you have a major blood vessel that runs down the center of your body.
The cable valve. Yep.
It had attached itself to that.
To the valve, the main.
So they said they thought they had to do open heart surgery to remove it because it had attached itself to that. Well, he did the 13 weeks of chemotherapy.
That's right, dude.
And it did shrink. And that's what they wanted. They wanted to shrink it to get it away from the valve. But there was it 3 weeks after his last treatment? They gave him 3 weeks for his system to build back up to be strong enough for surgery. The thing grew back in 3 weeks, y'all. They called us. The doctor was like, I have never seen this before in my life. She said, I've been doing this 30 plus years and I've never seen it and I cannot explain it. Yeah. And I started crying.
Yep.
I started crying.
I said, baby, it's not.
It was so many obstacles.
But you just
because even the day we went to take him for surgery, they called us. We were in the lobby getting ready to go up to his room. They said we're gonna have to reschedule.
Remember, his body was really
I tell you. He had lost so much weight from the chemo, lost all his hair.
Yeah.
He had neuropathy in his eyelids to the point. Y'all know the character Mr. Magoo. When he grew back,
it grew back. It got bigger a little bit.
Yeah, it grew back to the normal size.
They got it down, and then it grew back a little bigger.
Yeah.
Yep.
So when we got to the hospital, they said the heart-lung machine was not working.
Yeah.
I said, "You mean to tell me they only got one heart-lung machine?"
It came out. They couldn't. They
that was
afraid.
Just God.
That was God. They were afraid the right man had to come do it, and he sent the.
What? That's a baby foot.
Oh. He sent the right person. Yep, that's right, dude. And they went to work on him, man, and I don't know, they got it out, but yes, he did lose that left kidney too.
Yeah.
Along with it. So he only has one kidney.
Yeah.
And he's 14 years old today.
Listen,
and that little dude strong.
To watch that, they put us on one floor, which was the cancer unit floor. They gave us a second room on the heart floor for children. So we had 2 rooms at the hospital. And how many hours did they say it was going to take, G? Was it 8?
I can't remember. Oh, they said it was going to take around 6 hours. But it was like
4. 8. It took 4. It was less.
No.
Yeah, it was less.
It
was supposed to take 6 hours, but it was less than that because when she called,
I thought it was longer. Man.
No, it was less because when she called, she said we're done. Remember, I was sitting there talking to her, and I could hear the machine, and she said he's doing fine. And then they called and say, well, he's done. We're on our way out, and they brought him in the room, y'all. They had told us he was going to be on a heart-lung machine, all of that. He was going to be not breathing on his own. Y'all, Corey came out with just oxygen in his nose. That's it. He didn't have a tube in his throat, none of that. And when I tell y'all, once they got him in the room, doctors started coming in.
And it was like...
Yeah, in disbelief.
Corey sat up.
In disbelief. He woke up after surgery, y'all. And he said, Darian, I'm going to bust you.
That's what he said.
He had a splint on his arm to protect all of his IVs. He took that and he hit Darian with it. Boom. He said, I'm going to bust you. You know, he was talking. He was doing all of this stuff after surgery. Okay. And the doctors came in. One doctor came in. He said, I just wanted to come and check on him. He said, because you have no idea what we just witnessed. And I still don't. This is this doctor who has been doing this all these years. He said, it's amazing to see.
That's why I call him my hero, Smokey Joe. That dude, man, I tell you.
He left after talking to us. About 30 minutes later, he came back with another doctor. And she said,
Shayla.
She said,
that's what we're here for.
They're talking about Corey all
Yeah,
over the
honey.
hospital, is what she said.
Yeah,
They're talking about your
crazy.
son all over the hospital. None of us can believe what we just witnessed. And she said, I wasn't in there, but I've heard about it. So I told him I wanted to come and see for myself. It was the size of the tumor. The fact that it grew back, like I told y'all, she said she had never seen it before. That it grew back. It had attached itself to the major blood vessel in his chest. The doctor that did the surgery was able to put a stent in his chest without having to do open heart surgery. And where it was located, she was like, there was no way that we could do this without doing open heart surgery. So they had to prepare us for that. That's why we were on the heart floor. It was so much, she said, the stuff that we witnessed and how well he did.
Yeah, that's right.
And the fact he come out and he's now breathing on his own.
That's right, Darian. That's right.
What did he say?
Oh, man, that's right. He sure did.
The day of the surgery was the absolute hardest day of my life. I couldn't stay there with him.
He had to go to work. Yes, he did. To work for the family because I had to be. Yes, he did.
Yes, Darian.
Yes, you did. And that's why a lot of people don't know how. That's why we are like we are. And that's why, no offense to the our extended family here where we live. There's no, we stay so close-knit together because people don't understand what we went through. They wasn't there. They was there that day of, like in the hospital, people came, my brother, my mom, and nobody knows except this family here, this circle here. My 6 children, Teresa and I. Nobody knows except for who was in the house what we had to go through after the surgery. The next year, the next 3-4 years, therapy. It was hard. Y'all just don't know. It was so hard.
Watching his hair fall out. Watching him lose feeling in his feet and his eyelids was so he couldn't open his eyes like normal.
Yeah.
He had droopy eyelids.
And not just that, it was we're talking about the visits.
Oh yeah.
His developing. Getting his mind back to who he is.
One thing y'all don't know about cancer treatments.
I can tell you.
Yes, it kills off good and bad cells.
Yep.
It can fry your brain. And it's something called chemo brain. Y'all look it up. Chemo brain.
Yep.
Because your brain gets transformed back to a different state. Corey went from reading chapter books.
You better tell.
Corey could listen at a song, you guys.
He was 1 year old.
We had a prodigy child. Do y'all hear me? I'm not lying to you.
I'm telling you.
He could listen at a song, and we still have that keyboard. That's why I won't get rid of it. And he could sit and play the entire song on the keyboard.
Yes, that's right.
From listening to it.
Yep.
This was before chemo.
This before all that.
He knew how to read, okay,
Fluent.
At 3 years old.
Man, y'all just no idea.
He used to lay on the floor with Janae, and they would read chapter books.
Yep.
He knew how to work a computer from the beginning to end.
My cell phone.
He knew how. I got videos, y'all. So
1 year old.
I have videos of all of this stuff.
That's right.
Once he started chemotherapy, Corey started talking like a baby.
Yep.
We couldn't hardly understand nothing he said. 1 or 2 words would come out.
Yeah.
That you could understand.
So I know a lot of people go
singing.
Through that. Yeah, Cheryl.
He stopped writing. He stopped
quick.
doing any of that.
Yep.
He couldn't do any of that.
Yeah, it was very hard. Yep.
He would say, like, instead of saying, I want to listen to the Black Eyed Peas, now all he would say was boom, boom, pow.
That's it. Yep.
That's what he would get out. It would be gibberish, and then you could hear one word after that.
Yep.
For a very long time.
Yep.
He got frozen, y'all.
Yep.
I watched my child turn. He just completely quit.
Yep.
Doing anything. He loved Despicable Me. He loved stuff like that. He used to sit and just stare, y'all. Just stare.
He's very gifted.
So after that, he developed delays. That's when the autism kicked in. That's when the learning disabilities kicked in.
Yep.
That's when all of this stuff kicked in, that now there's more doctor's appointments that we had to take him to. He had to see a psychiatrist. That's when we found out he was on the spectrum. And the doctor had already told us that from chemotherapy, a lot of things can happen. Aggressive behaviors, all of this stuff. But he said, we're here to help you. If you see any change in him, you let us know. They had labeled him the bad child in school at 4 years old. And what we didn't know is Corey could not hear. It had did
Wow.
something to his
Wow,
eardrums
Cubanista.
to the point where it sound like, put your hand over your mouth. If you're underwater and you're trying to talk to somebody, for them to hear you, you can't hear nobody underwater. So just imagine, they say you're underwater with your hand over your mouth. That's what he hear.
Yeah.
So now here it is. He had 50% hearing loss in one ear, and I think it was 30 or 40% in the other. So now we got to take him to that. Then, because chemotherapy can destroy your gums and your teeth, he had to have surgery to have 9 of his teeth pulled out. Okay? Because his teeth started to rot. People thought it was because he was still sucking the bottle. He didn't suck the bottle, y'all. He just chewed on it because now he has this texture issue. What I didn't know, and it still hurt me to this day, I couldn't take the bottle from him. I would give him a sippy cup with a soft top. And that is because the tumor was laying on Corey's stomach to where he couldn't eat food anymore.
Trying to tell you, man.
He got to the point where he would drink a lot, and that was the only way he could get nourishment. And that hurt me because I didn't know. I kept trying to take it from him, and he would cry. But the doctor told me, he said the tumor was laying on Corey's stomach, so he could only get in liquids. The solids would fill him up, it would bother his stomach. So that's why he drunk so much.
That's right, Darian.
And once he started taking the chemo, it can cause blisters on your tongue, inside your mouth. It can rot your teeth. Y'all look up this stuff. I'm not lying to y'all.
For real, man.
So we had to take him and have 9 of his teeth pulled out.
And Pauline.
He's had
Shayla was alive.
He's had so many surgeries, y'all. So many surgeries.
So when Teresa started talking on and giving y'all the information on her channel, a lot of people couldn't fathom what was going on. And it's a lot, y'all saw what she tried to explain and tell y'all about. Look at that. Look at that.
So I'm gonna show y'all this. Okay. This is the picture of I asked the doctor would she give me some pictures, right? So this is the picture of her taking it out.
That's it.
Y'all, please don't be grossed out. This is the picture of her taking it out.
No, she's holding
the tumor.
That's
the doctor's hand. Look at that. She's trying to hold it, but she can't.
Look.
That's her. That's the tumor right there. Okay, that's her trying to take it out. That's after surgery. This is the actual tumor.
Look. There it is.
That's the actual tumor after she took it out.
Yeah, that was in his little body.
Yeah, that's what. Now, this is even after chemotherapy had shrank it a little bit. It had gone down some. But at this point, it had gotten bigger. It wasn't back to the normal size, but it was bigger than what they needed it to be to take it out.
Yeah.
Thank you, Darian, for sending me that because I was sure trying to find it.
Look at him on my back. It was so quick. Y'all know, if y'all know my daughter Mia, right? You know how quick Mia is? That was Corey.
Yeah.
Quick on the draw, quick, lucid. That was him before
friendly.
all that.
Oh, friendly.
Oh, my
he wasn't
word.
afraid to talk to
people.
Talk
to the end. That's why we like, okay.
And to watch him now, he can't look at you, you know.
It's just don't know,
to see a difference in Corey, like nothing at his what was it, at his third birthday party?
Yeah.
Or was that Darian's birthday? That was Darian's birthday party.
Which one are you talking about?
At the old house when him and Jesse was dancing in the front yard.
That was Darian's birthday.
That was Darian's
birthday, I think.
So one of Gayla's friends, Jesse, Corey had on all green and white. I never forget it. And Jesse, they was playing music, and Jesse and Corey.
He was 1 year old then.
Corey walked out there and started dancing with Jesse.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Man, that's a cool little dude."
Yep.
Like he don't. You know, he's not like that no more. Yeah. You can barely get him to come out the room if somebody's here at the house.
Yeah.
And that's another thing people don't understand, because I want my son to be comfortable. I'm trying to get him to be comfortable with himself. So when people come over, he won't come out the room, and I can't make him do that.
Right.
You know, but I know at some point he's got to get comfortable being around people, but I don't want to force him to the point that he don't trust me. You can push people so much that they don't trust you.
Come on.
Even with Corey now, the doctors have told us he had lost his appetite. And if he didn't get his appetite back because chemotherapy kills your taste buds.
Yeah.
That's some people don't understand why he used so much chicken bouillon. He can't taste it.
That's correct.
He can't really taste because his taste buds were damaged with chemo.
Then, right, and then so they start watching his sodium levels
Yeah.
and sodium intake. And my sister Nelly,
Good morning. Hey, Nilly Boo.
They
Hey,
start
Fuka
watching
Nixon.
all that, and they say he's fine. They showed
Yeah.
us everything. He was fine.
He
Like you
sees the
said,
doctor
Malik,
regular,
God's
y'all.
plan. If it's just playing, people don't understand. He eating too much salt. He eat too much sodium. He needs that
And you know
right
what?
now. So I don't know.
They say he's right where he needs
I
to
know
be.
y'all
And they
saying.
cannot, every time his doctor see him, his pediatrician, she's like, I cannot believe how Corey is growing. Because all of this
Very.
stuff,
I know, sir. So
they can't believe how he's growing, but he don't eat all the necessary things you need to eat.
Yeah.
He's allergic to dairy products. He's allergic to eggs. He's allergic to all nuts, any type of nuts.
he is in virtual homeschool. He been there since
COVID.
So
So he cannot eat the normal stuff that we eat. He will eat he eats the juice off of collard greens and rice.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
You
He
know,
eat what he eat.
And the noodles, we know noodles are not good. But what else do I feed my child? He has a texture problem now. You know, children with autism have texture issues. He'll eat an apple every now and then, but his gums are still real tender from having the blisters on his gums. They haven't completely gone away, even though it's 9-10 years later.
Yeah.
His gums are still sensitive.
Right.
He'll eat. Can't nobody fry him no chicken. But G. Okay. Now I fried chicken the day before, and he ate it. He'll eat French fries, chicken leg. He'll eat bacon. He can't have eggs. He can't have oats. He can't have wheat. A lot of wheat. He can have some wheat, but not a whole lot.
See, Marie, it was kind of big. It was lopsided. Like
his stomach was big, yeah.
And it was like on that side. And he walked funny. Boy, if I could show you how Darren used to imitate his walk.
We used to call him Fat Daddy because we thought that he just had a big belly.
See,
this is a picture of him.
That's Corey. See that?
That's a picture of him before he got sick.
Yep.
Let me see. Let me find another one. Can y'all see his stomach? Wait, let me see if I can blow it up. Can y'all see his stomach right there? And actually, it's right here. This was before the surgery. That lump right there, that's the tumor. We didn't know that because it felt like his rib cage.
Yeah,
that's what we thought it was. It felt hard like his rib cage.
So what we know how when people they mention cancer and going through that, we know what they're facing. We know what they're going through. It takes years. It took years.
And some people don't have the same results we had.
That's correct. And when Teresa tried to share this with people on YouTube way back then, she got a lot of stuff, a lot of flack.
People thought I was lying. People thought I was trying to just make money off my baby.
And y'all got to realize, man, people lies. And she just tried to share. Well, she had to do that to help her. She had to help.
It was therapy for me.
It was therapy for her. Man,
I'm one of those people. I hold stuff in.
It was, boy. We've.
And for me to talk about it,
that's why we're so tight.
It helped
me
get it out. It didn't.
All 8 of us. We just. Yeah, we
it
went
didn't
through
consume me.
Before any of the grandchildren, anybody, it was Ashley, Darian, Janae, Jalen, Mia, Corey, Teresa, and me. And we was all 8 of us was in the hospital together.
Yeah.
I believe that we definitely are strong in some sort of.
I cry more now about what Corey went through than I did when he was going through.
Because we was in it. It was fresh, and we just had to adapt.
I think I was numb.
We were both numb.
Yeah.
We had to adapt. We just like, okay, what we'll do? Yeah, we got to do this. Okay.
Yeah,
let's pray about it. We prayed about it, and we had to do it.
We had to jump into action. There was no second guessing.
No, nothing.
You know, people used to tell me, don't let him take chemo. It's these herbs you could take. But
man, I didn't
have the money for that. But when I tell y'all, God worked it out.
Man.
Okay, we had to come out of pocket for some things, but not a whole lot.
Definitely, Lady Lee.
It brought our family closer together.
Oh man,
They let us stay at the hospital, y'all. All the kids. Now, of course, Jalen and Mia did go stay with my mama for a little while.
After
for that whole week, we were at the hospital. But Ashley, Darian, Janae, G, and myself, all 5 of us with Corey,
trying to tell you,
was at that hospital.
That's right.
They let us sleep up there. They fed us.
When I say 7 days,
they had a refrigerator in the room. They made sure it stayed stocked for all of us. They don't let you live
at the hospital like that.
For all of us.
For all of us.
With my kids, when they go to sleep at night, they had a game room down the hall. Yeah. They let the kids sleep in there, y'all.
Yeah.
No problem. It was amazing. I will never forget that experience in my life. And I'm telling you,
we got to go back up there and say thank
y'all
you.
Just don't know what.
Man, we went.
It was so scary. It was so scary, especially watching him take those. Now, he had 3 cancer medications he had to take. One of them was as red at him. One of those little cups. One of them was red.
That's right.
And it was so powerful that it had to be given real slow over a number of hours. Mm-hmm. It was red like this cup.
Yeah.
No lie. It was red like this cup. It had to be given in a very slow IV drip over a number of hours. So we would have to go and we would sit for 3, maybe 4, 5, 6 hours to get that treatment.
Right. Fruganista. Thank you, Fruganista.
Remember how young and innocent the 2 of you were. Your faith had to be tested. Then hate on you. It damaged me, y'all. I'm telling you.
Yep. Just people, man, it could be cruel, man. I still had to work. We all had to work. It's all right.
I didn't know people could be so cruel.
I had to keep working and worry about her.
Anything like that.
Yeah, man, it was crazy.
Because people don't genuinely know that I love people.
Yeah.
If I wouldn't want to have 1,000 tongues. I wouldn't want to have anything other than the heart God gave me to help people.
Listen.
And I would give you the shirt off my back, even if you mistreated me. Because I know everybody make mistakes, and none of us are perfect.
Jones, right.
But I'm telling y'all.
I'm answering you in a minute.
That was my baby. I was already upset with myself because...
Of course, this other kidney is okay.
I had him at a late age in life.
Yeah.
I was in my late 30s. And they told me that he wasn't growing. So I was already going through it. They told me that he was not growing inside of me correctly. They told me that he had Down syndrome, y'all. Which I know Down syndrome children are human beings. They're so sweet, so caring. They're our babies still. Mm-hmm. But I thought that I had done something wrong. Mm. And it was so much. I was going to the doctor every day.
You still honor him, J.R. Jones.
You know, every day I was going to the doctor for something, and they just kept telling us his leg bones are not measuring right. His head is not measuring. This. It was so much stuff, and I was already having contractions. I was in early labor. My cervix had completely thinned out by the time I was almost 5 months pregnant. I was on bed rest. I couldn't go to work. It was so much stuff. Man. I had already dilated 3 centimeters at 5 months pregnant. Mm-hmm. And they told me, we're going to keep you in the hospital. The only way we don't keep you is you're going to have to go home and get in the bed. So all of this was already on me. And then it was on me because we needed 2 incomes. I know I wasn't making a whole lot of money, but we needed 2 incomes. So that was bothering me as well. How am I going to help my husband provide for my family? And all of that was on me. And Corey was born, and there was nothing wrong with him. Nothing wrong with him. But Galen reminded me that they said they saw something near his navel. But they never acted on it.
They never acted on it.
So that thing was there.
It was there then.
From birth.
And it grew over 3 years.
Yeah.
Till he turned 3.
But the progression of the growth happened within 6 weeks.
No, she not beating herself up. She just letting you know.
I was at a time.
You're talking about now.
I was at a time, but not now. She
did beat herself up before a long time, but now she know. Yeah, you know.
You know. I was for a long time. Yep. And one thing I did not play about is seeing about my children. I lost a job because I had to see about my babies. And I told them they could kiss my entire tail. because I was
I was
not
just reading
neglecting
that.
my baby.
Fruganisa said, she said one time Teresa cussed them all the way out, and I was here for it. She cussed them both. Yeah, she gave it to him one day. She couldn't take it no more, and here it was just. And but I tell you, man, if you see somebody going through it, you don't know what's going on inside that. That's for family members too. They at the one time they didn't understand, and they thought we were just separating from the family. We had to do what we had to do for our family at the time, and for definitely for Corey. We had so many doctor visits
And for
after the
your
surgery.
child's immune system to be gone,
Yeah,
because
man,
it
we had to
kills
do
your
a
immune
lot.
system.
We
Like, you got to be
we
careful.
went through a lot.
You know, you got to be careful. And then when COVID hit, for his immune system to be compromised,
Yeah.
and knowing that so-called healthy people was leaving him like that, I was paranoid.
Yep.
I was so scared.
Yep.
For him. I was scared, and it just, child, I was in a manic state. Okay.
We went through a lot, man.
I was
We
in a
did.
manic state. But then God said, do what you can do and let me do the rest.
Hey,
And I know
good
I
morning,
couldn't, and I
Tanisha.
had to learn that. I had to walk in that. And
We love you back, sis.
all I tried to do was share. That's it. And I met so many people that after me sharing Corey's journey, found out their niece had it, that they had it themselves. I had a lady whose mama was diagnosed with it. I had a lady whose niece was diagnosed with it. She was over in California. And some of the stuff that my doctors told me, her doctors didn't tell her. And I was able to give her information and links to
Yeah, I
stuff
remember that.
where she could get some help for her. And because they didn't give her half the stuff that they gave me.
Yep.
And if I hadn't have given her this information, she would not have known. It was amazing. And I's married now. She reached out to me because her son had had a different type of cancer. He had had nose cancer. And she talked to me. She helped me. It just was so many people that I met.
They did offer family counseling. They did
Yeah.
all that. He had to. He was going to see counselor, psychiatrist. Oh man, you're quite welcome, JR.
At that point,
And-
I didn't know I was going to need it.
Yeah.
I was fine then, but now I need it. Yeah, I need it now.
And there you go. And Corey and I, Teresa used to take him. We all, the whole family went a lot of times. Then it started getting to the point where she'll take him. Then I took him a lot. I needed to.
Galen was with me as much as he could be.
I was there 90% of the time, all his doctor visits. And then I started taking him myself.
And the kids, even Darian, would be there.
That's
because
right.
he wanted to hold Corey while he take his treatments.
Yeah.
Recent G, has Corey ever had COVID? Yes, he has.
Yep.
We just recently had it from
He
a couple of weeks ago.
He caught it back in 2021.
Yeah. All of us had it, but we didn't tell him that's what he had because we didn't want him to panic.
He would have panicked because you hear that word. I'm telling you, George, man, I tell you.
G just had it, and then I got it. Corey was the last one to have it. What was it, 2-3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
We all just had it again. Galen got it from somebody at work.
Mm-hmm. Man, I tell you.
Yeah. We was just dealing with it. And that's why me and him still coughing and clearing our throat. All of us still coughing.
It takes some months. Yep.
Yes, he had it, but we didn't tell him. We told him he had a cold.
Fatigue this time though.
We just told him he had a cold.
Yeah.
Cause he would have panicked. And when he did find out, he said, "Wait, what? I had COVID." I said, "Yes, you did, son." He was like, he was stuck then.
Cause he
considered
the COVID death.
Yeah.
See, COVID,
And we didn't want him to be panicking like that. I tell you.
So that's why we didn't alienate ourselves from everybody. We just was real busy about what was going on. And so when we celebrated, we celebrated. It was just us. We just went. Dreams come true.
Yeah.
Dreams come true. Sitting us on a 7-day full expenses paid vacation that we needed.
Yeah.
God know we needed that. Man, y'all just don't know. At that point,
it was a blessing in our life because even though Corey was,
we better tell you,
he had been taking chemo and things like that.
Oh man, and then he
wasn't sick.
That's right. He had turned 4 that time. That's a whole year of all that going on. His 4th birthday, we were gone, and we were 7 days, full days
in Orlando.
Man, I tell you, we needed that. We needed that space,
Yeah.
that place. Everybody we came in contact with, how they was so nice.
Yeah.
Took care of us, man. We didn't have to carry
We
our
didn't have to worry
trays.
about
We didn't.
going on a trip
We
and
went
he
to
gets
every
sick.
single theme park you could ever dream
Do he
of.
remember any of that?
I don't know. We know. You
We
know
show
what?
him pictures all the time and
I
videos.
don't think he. I
He
don't.
don't remember it.
He don't even
No,
remember it. He
he
was
don't,
4.
because like I said, it
He
killed
was.
his memory. He
Man.
didn't. He's just now finding out all of this stuff. Like,
You know what?
that's why I constantly showed him his scar and what it is, what it meant.
Right. You know what, Jr. Man, you continue to pray for your dad, and be there as much as you can for him, but you still honor him, because that's what God asks you to do.
Yeah.
Even if he having those kind of mean and bad thoughts. Just look out the window first. I get the door. Who is it?
Who is it?
Look out the window first. Hold on, somebody at my door. Man. Who is that? Okay. Don't worry, I'll get it. Besides, forgive me, Jay. Okay. Okay.
Some man at the door. Gayla gonna go out there and talk to him. He'll be back in just a minute, y'all. I struggle with my old man because he is so evil and hurtful. I haven't talked to him for years. You know what? JR, someone had to tell me about my dad, right? About some of the experiences that he went through. One of my cousins, I was talking to her one day. She's an older cousin that grew up with my daddy. And she told me how some of the things that he had gone through, being mistreated and being in the military, all kind of things that he had gone through. And she reminded me that my dad is human. And I know that. But she reminded me that he had gone through a lot of stuff that he was dealing with. And at that point, I realized that sometimes people, when they're damaged and don't have anybody to talk to, anything like that, and they haven't worked out what was going on with them, they can't be who we need them to be. And so we don't know what type of hurt he has received in his life. We don't know what demons he's fighting. We don't know what it is that has caused him to respond in the way that he does. But one thing you got to do is pray for him, because he was a vessel in you getting here, but he's not God for us. My dad is not God for me. Well, he wasn't. But we look at people to be God for us. God is the only one that's not flawed. He's the only one that would never leave us nor forsake us. He's the only one that got our back, whether we right or wrong. He's the only one that loves us unconditionally. Even though we don't serve him, we don't honor him, he still loves us. And so getting yourself to the place where you can let it go, forgive him of whatever he's done. It's the cancer here. And you know what, JR? My son's doctor told me that cancer can damage your body. That means your cells, everything, to the point where it's called chemo brain. It can kill your brain. And it can cause aggression. It can cause anger issues. It can cause a lot of things. So what I want you to do is think about some of the ways, or write it down on a piece of paper, some of the things that you have seen him do. And do you some research on cancer. Chemo brain, okay? Chemo brain. And whatever, and having an illness can make people angry also, because they don't want it to be. You may not want it to be that, you know? You don't want to be sick. You want to be happy. You want to be able to enjoy life. You don't want to have to take medication all the time and go to all of these things, and this stuff hurt. You can go through all of that, and it can make you angry, and sometimes you take it out on the people that you love, and you don't know you're doing it. I have totally forgiven him. I struggle with being there now. But you know what? Be there as much as you can. Hey, Tracy. You guys are always in my prayers. All I can remember is seeing Corey in his high chair sopping up the pot liquor. Yeah, so you remember how it was, how he used to eat. Corey used to eat steak. He used to eat rice, gravy, broccoli, all kind of things that he used to eat. Now he has a texture issue. So he don't eat that stuff anymore, you know? But he will eat the juice off the greens. Okay. On top of rice. You know what I mean? He will eat that. He strawberries. He don't eat strawberries in he don't eat green beans anymore. Because it's a texture issue. And his taste buds, some stuff he cannot taste. If it don't have a strong flavor, he can't taste it. So, you know, that's just one of those things. But JR, praying for him.
Yeah, man.
Is the key. Is the key for real. And if you still have contact with him, ask him what can you do for him.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes we want to be there in a certain type of way and do this, but ask is it anything that you need? And if it's something that you can do within your means, do it. You know,
that's it. That's
do it. And a lot of times we ask people, or we want people to come to us and say, hey, can you do this for me? But if you can do something that you know he like, if he anything that brings him joy,
that's good. Me,
you know, just do it, because it helps. Because even with Corey, I had people reach out to me and help us in so many ways that it helped me to deal with what was going on with my own child, you know, because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to teach him. I didn't know how to do any of that. Once he got to a certain, but all I could do was take him to his appointments. I asked questions. I wrote down information. I listened. I did what I could do on my
Miss
end.
Fobbs, how you doing this morning?
Hey, Kiki, baby.
Hey, Kiki.
Most
we miss you too.
What they say, most sons have or had problems with their dads. I did also, but we good now. That's a blessing, me.
Yep.
That's a blessing. Hey, Teresa, good morning.
So, but if y'all just coming in, some of y'all just coming in or came in and didn't know what we were talking about, you can go back whenever we leave off. You can go back and watch the beginning and see what's going on. I used to be on this long, but I am. It was good. I'm glad to share that with y'all, what is happening in our life and stuff like that, and then what some of the stuff that we reminiscing about. Teresa was looking at a lot of old photos that take us way back. Man, I tell you. Yeah. But if you could be like giving your testimony sometimes, it helps somebody.
Yeah.
About what, they could be going through the same things or went through something similar.
Listen.
And even if they didn't, they can understand where you're coming from.
We were talking about Ephesians 2 last night, right?
Yeah.
And then there's a scripture, I think it's Philippians. And then we were talking, was it Colossians? It was Colossians when it talks about seasoning your words with salt, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And so think about salt as it is. We use salt as a flavor enhancer, right? So when God say season your words with salt, let me hold that. Let me make sure I'm saying it right.
That's right, Lady Lee. I'm glad that's what I'm talking about. Yep. You can't take life for granted. But you know how we grow up and especially when you're young, you can just, a lot of stuff just roll off your shoulder. You say, okay, I don't need it. And you keep moving, and you look up, years and decades don't went by, and you don't lost touch, and you don't lost that interaction with family and stuff like that. And people be going through stuff, and you don't know if they needed you or not. And when you and if you living, off to yourself or by yourself or with your family, so to speak, and you go through things, and then you don't have nothing to share with, nobody to share with. A good thing she had this platform to share with people, and then people got to see the inner workings of a lot of stuff that we were going through, and it could help you. It definitely could help you. So it's by telling our testimony prayerfully, it's a gift to you. Yep. Yep.
It's two scriptures that stood out to me. One is Colossians 4:6 when it says, "Let your conversation always be full of grace, seasoned with salt, so
So
that you
yeah,
may know how to answer everyone."
yeah.
It may not be in the same context, but just imagine. God also says you are the salt of the earth, right? So you just think about the salt of the earth. Like salt is a flavor enhancer. Like things taste different when there's no salt, you know? And but you got to find some way to bring out the flavor in it. So if we're the salt of the earth, if we should let our uh words be seasoned with salt, basically.
Season, yeah.
Everybody can't handle salt. Everybody can't handle salt, but you gotta.
Good morning,
There's a
Latricia.
difference in
How you doing?
seasoning with salt and being salty. You know, when you add a different type of salt or too much salt, you go above and beyond what you should need. You know what's something when it tastes salty, you can't eat it. You can't tolerate it. You
Good
can't
morning,
handle it.
Miss Churchy.
Okay.
Thank you.
Not everybody's gonna be able to receive you when you are truly letting your words be seasoned with salt, full of grace. Okay.
Millie.
Hey, Millie
How you
Boo.
doing, Millie?
You're not gonna be able to. Not everybody's gonna receive that. And I got that last night. This is what G and I doing our Bible study last night. We started talking about humility and unity, and then that scripture kept coming to mind about letting your words be full of grace and seasoned with
I
salt.
understand that, me. Millie, I just had came in and I know that this should bless you. I came in. I haven't seen my dad in a couple of decades. So my daughter Ashley, you know what kind of work she do, Millie. She went to her job one day at her new place where she worked at the facility,
Hey,
and
Adrian,
found out
Deldra.
one of the patients was my dad. They live at the nursing home where she work at now. So she
Hey,
was
Pauline.
called us, really excited, the entire family, and I saw my dad.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to see him when I get off of here. Teresa and I, he doesn't really know about Jalen, Mia, or Corey. So it's been that long. So it's I came on here to share that with everybody that we need
Right, Mick.
our men in our lives, even if I came on to say uh, a lot of people like to talk bad about the father or the mother in the family, whoever leaves, and we can't do that. You can't beat them down. If they make bad decisions in their life that causes the mother and the father to separate, either whoever did it. And I wanted to be the person, Teresa wanted to be the person that we love our kids and take care of our kids no matter what. I didn't want nobody else raising my kids, and I wanted to be around my children. And that's why we when God put us together, that's what we do. And so if it don't work out one day and we have to separate, we put in enough time with our children on an individual basis that we could, thank you, JR, so that we could still have that relationship with them. We gotta stop beating the men down that made bad choices. A lot of black, especially I always say black man because you know how society is on the black man. It's on any man. We got a lot of weight on our shoulders. Also does the mothers. But I'm talking about looking for a black man point of view. It's three times hard. And then when society beats him down, and then he gives up. It gives up, and it causes us to break. And then he just a bum. He just a bum. He this, he did that. So he starts to believe it. He starts to live it. That's why people, and like I say, everybody wants to see. They wants the man they got the bag, they got the money, they got the success. What if he's just a 9 to 5 guy like me? And if I try to do it, if I can do it, so can you. Be in your child's life. day in
And
and day out.
it's
That is
even
correct,
with that
Millie.
what you're saying, but some men gotta want to do that too.
Some men gotta want. I
They
was
gotta
gonna get
want
to
to do
that.
that.
That's
You know,
understandable.
when you
I'm
try, you put forth the effort. That's different. But it's some men, no matter what they going through, they still
still honor that mother and that
turn
father.
away.
That's right,
They
Amelia.
turn away, and sometimes they make matters worse.
There you go, Jr. And that's sad that we have to be 2 steps ahead. I'm it's not just a man. It's a man, and then if you're and this is today's society, if you're a black man, it's that much harder. So I wanted to be the kind of guy with what I had or what I didn't have to be in my children's life. So that's what So, but that's still my dad, and to see him, and my daughter was so happy. I found my granddaddy, and this Ashley, she's 34. She's talking like this here, and I'm just like, see,
Like he was in the
yes,
hallway
yes,
in his chair, and she was walking by. She said she had walked by, and she thought about it. She backed up and she looked at him. She was like, "Can you tell me your name?" And he did his last name, and she said the first name, and he said yeah, and she said granddaddy, and he looked up, and I think he recognized her, but he wasn't sure because he said yeah, I saw you. You know, evidently she had walked past him before, and she didn't see him, and she was so loud because all the nurses, they looking around like, you know him? And she said she had to tell him, that's my granddaddy, that's my daddy's father. But we didn't know where he was, you know. And she said later, look, she just went live.
She sure did.
What's she doing home?
Tell her what we about to do too. And yeah, she was there, and then she put the camera on him, and to see his face, like I was saying, I didn't see the whites. I ain't seen the whites of his eyes in decades. You see, he cleaned. He's cleaned up. He in there, and he doing good. He looked good, but one of his legs is gone. So I'm assuming he's in the chair, but I'm glad I found him and I know where he's at now. So, but we're going to see him today when we get the kids up, and Dale, I'm on my channel. Sorry about that. It was trying to cut off, and it's. I feel I am nervous. Like I said, I'm very nervous to go see him. I hadn't seen him in a long time. I'm telling you, it's well over a decade. It's well over that. I mean, it's been a long time, and he knew. I think he knew about the other 3 kids, maybe 1 or 2 was born at the time, but he never seen them, never talked to Jalen, Mia, Corey, and Jalen about to be 20 years old. Mia is 18 and Corey's 14, so it's been that long. And he's about to see them, and it's I know it's gonna be a surreal moment. So I see
Daryl over there.
Daryl, he would. You see, but I tell you, man, it's amazing what your testimony, your life can give to others.
Hey, Sharon.
And I hope who all that's coming in, thank you, Shay, who all that's coming in can go back and see what I came on today to share with y'all. That's what that's why I'm on this morning. So, okay. So, you got anything else to add? So because I'm getting ready to leave, and I hope our testimony bless y'all this morning. But you got to hold on to the good parts. Let's hold on to the good parts of your life. The blessings, and then you mean your trials and tribulations you go through, that you use that and that you share it with somebody, especially how God helped you and came out of it. Okay.
Millie say her husband never had his father in his life.
See, I kind of know how that feels, Teresa and I. We saw him, we talked to him.
You have a father, but when they're not there,
you know what I'm saying, and so, and if people out there, if you got a father that's trying to be there, that wants to be there, or they're trying to talk to their kid, let them take plenty of pictures. I will, Shayla, and we gonna definitely go. You know, we're gonna send them to you, and definitely. So I may put it in my community, the pictures and stuff
You
like
need
that.
to
There.
ask him if that's okay with him.
Absolutely,
So,
but I'm not gonna video. You know. Oh, you welcome, J.R.
you
Jones.
Wonka. You, I can't say it.
You're welcome.
You Wonka. You're welcome.
There you go. He was, but he forgave him, seen him 3 times, and he was murdered in the streets. My God.
Wow.
10 men jumped him.
My God.
Man, I'm telling you, man, I'm so
That's
sorry
so
to hear
sad.
that, man. That's crazy, man.
Hey, Glenn,
I
how
can't
are
even
you?
fathom that. I'm sorry for your husband, Millie, man. Wow. So I'm pretty sure he holds dear to his son. And
Hey,
to stay
Rosemary.
close to him, he can love on his son. That he, you know, to be the best dad he could be, to be the best father he could be. All right? I love y'all to life, man. Listen, y'all take care today. And I appreciate y'all for coming in. Like if
And
you
y'all
don't, you
do the
came,
same.
yeah. If you don't know what I was talking about, go back and watch it from the beginning. Peace out. Bye, y'all.
Love you too, Shay.
Bless y'all.